How's it going, everyone? Van Master Flash Justin back again, and back to the subject of being poor in America. You can live a really, really good life even if you're poor in America. We think we're real poor here, but yet we're still going to Starbucks and getting our coffee every morning, and we're still, eating steaks for supper and stuff like that. But we're poor. That's really not. That's not that poor, honestly. So I think the first rule I said was no debt. Absolutely no debt whatsoever, even if you have to live in your car or walk to work. No excuses. I found myself struggling with rule number 2 because 2 and 3 are really very close. But I think for rule number 2, I'm going to go with don't buy stuff that you don't need. It's fun buying stuff, because I think it's human nature. We feel like if we have this stuff, we're not as bad off as we thought we were. It gives you a feeling of satisfaction sometimes to just get a good deal on something, even if you don't need it. You go to Walmart and you go in the clearance section and they got stuff that you're never going to use, but it's 50% off. It's 50% off. Well, if you're going to resell it on Amazon or eBay, or you got some kind of side hustle going like that, more power to you, go for it. But if you're buying it because you think you might use it or just because it's a good deal, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop buying stuff you don't need. Stop buying your morning coffees at Starbucks for $6 or whatever they cost. That means stop having a $12 to $14 value meal combo every day for lunch. It means bologna and cheese sandwiches, man. They're actually quite tasty. Yeah, you get sick of them after a while, but you just change it up, man. Hot dogs are cheap, totally delicious. Hamburgers a little more expensive, but it's gone down. It's still affordable. Make your own food. Stop buying stuff you do not need. My tips are basically just to buy generic. Walmart has, if you live in a town that has Walmart, if you don't live in a town that has a Walmart, you're kind of screwed. These dollar stores and Dollar Generals and that you think you're getting a really good deal on, you might be getting an okay deal on, but I guarantee you Walmart is always cheaper. Buy Great Value. Great Value is really good. I've had nothing but good luck with Great Value. The only thing that's not as good I've found so far is the breads. No matter how tight you tie the twist tie, it seems like they get dry. But if you eat them right away, there's nothing wrong with them. Still in Ajo, hanging out here. It's been so peaceful. Yesterday I thought I was going to have an issue. Had a school bus with no solar on it and stuff pulling down the lower pit down there, and super quiet, super quiet. It was really weird. I went for a walk because I kind of wanted to check them out a little bit, a little nosy. So I walked up over there and then across so I could get a view of them. And one of the people, because it was a group, there was 2 vehicles. It was a bus and like a truck camper, I think. But it almost seemed like a family or something. I don't know what was going on. A group of people. And he was very quiet. He was on his phone, and he seen me, and he kind of walked the other way like he didn't want to get close to me, which is fine, whatever, So we didn't even exchange a hi or anything like that. And then he kind of started heading back towards their vehicle, and I thought, well, I'm just going to get back because I just wanted to check them out and see, how many people were. I couldn't get a good look at them, which I didn't. I was sure I wasn't going to anyways, but I kind of wanted to listen, just to hear if they were going to be rowdy and stuff like that. Anyway, I come back. He didn't see me turn around and head back. I head back, and I get close to my RV, and I see this young lady walking up behind my RV. She got really close, like she was within 10 feet, and she was just kind of, doing this real quiet thing, and then I walked up behind her, and she was like, whoa. I came up right behind her, and I said, hey, how's it going? I mean, she's literally in my campsite. She's like, oh, huh. She kind of had that look on her face like she got busted, but then she looked like she might have been just a 16-year-old girl or something like that. And I couldn't, when they're at that age, she could have been 23, she could have been 16. It was hard to tell. And the first thing she comes out of her mouth, she says, are you alone? And I just paused and I said, well, that's an odd question to ask. And I didn't really know if I should answer it or not. But, I'm such an honest person that it's so hard for me to lie, you guys. It's so hard. I ignored it. I said something else. But then I felt like I was being mean to her. So then I answered a question. I said, no, it's just me and my cat. She said, oh, that must be nice. Kind of started some small talk. Must be nice just out traveling, on your own without having to deal with any people and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty nice. But I was kind of just still a little thrown off by the fact that she was right up in my campsite. So I said, well, it's nice meeting you, and I walked away. And then I felt kind of bad too. It's like, God, this is why you don't meet any people on the road and have any friends on the road, because I'm suspicious of everybody. But I mean, I feel like I had a valid reason for being suspicious. In my head, I'm thinking like he's texting her, okay, he's not there, and then she's asking me. The first question she asks me is, "Are you alone?" Like, that's something you never ask. Like, that's something you just kind of figure out. You don't ask people how much they make. Are they alone? Do they have any weapons? You don't ask people stuff like that. It'll make them suspicious of you. Of course. Rule number 2. Don't buy things you don't need. Period. The end. And tip for the day, buy great value. Great value will save you a lot of money. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.